And finally, a new magazine about African cities and their residents is on the shelves. Off To is a biannual bilingual magazine that wants readers to experience African cities in a new light. The first issue is on the Ghanaian capital, Accra. It features stories on urban planning, the art and culture scene, and the economy behind fast fashion and more. We're joined in the studio by its founder, Liz GOMIS. Liz, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
You're a journalist and a filmmaker. What was your motivation in creating this magazine?
My first motivation was to create kind of an encounter between African people without the filter of a certain Western gaze, because we used to hear the news from global medias, and it's always with a certain point of view, and I wanted to have a direct line between Africans themselves. And moreover, it's a conversation between the diaspora, which is outside of the continent, and the African people on the continent. I wanted to have that authentic voice.
Indeed. Why is your magazine in both English and French? Why these two languages? And who's your target audience?
My target audience is really large. Like now that it's been a month that the magazine is out, I can say that the diaspora mostly is reading it. So for me, it's really important to have everybody involved. So if it was only in French, it would have been a little bit reducive. So I wanted to have a wider audience. That's why I decided to translate it in English and in French. And because the African continent is not only French speaking, so that's why.
Absolutely. As I mentioned earlier, the first issue is on Accra, which is a city that's best known for its beaches and the nightlife. How does your magazine go beyond this image that people might have?
Yes, that's exactly the point. Because people think of Accra, think of Krokro-Bite beaches and all, and I wanted people to experience like the real Accra, the daily life Accra, the Accra that the people like you and me are experiencing on a daily basis. I wanted to have an authentic voice on it, because yes, we have the beaches, we have the festivals, we have the dynamic cultural scene, but we have also people that are doing great things like innovating in different disciplines. So that's why I wanted to open it and to go beyond the postcard, just like I used to say.
All right. In this issue, you actually wrote one of the pieces called Dead White Man's Clothes. It's an interview with an NGO about the consequences of fast fashion on Ghanaian workers. What was the most memorable part of this piece for you?
I think the most memorable part was the part that is talking about the kayayes. Those women are the less paid inside of that huge market, which is Contamento. And when we did that interview, it was just before the COVID situation. So I was talking with them after, and I was like, how did things are going for them? And they were telling me that they didn't have any insurance, they didn't have any unemployment, so it was a struggle for them. So yes, for me, this is the most striking part, because in a way, we all know that there is something wrong about fast fashion. When you buy a t-shirt that costs like 10 euros, there is something wrong in the chain. And this is the direct consequences of this industry in the global north. So yes, for me, it was the situation of these women, because they are young, because they are struggling, and they are trying to make a living. And COVID situation just put them into trouble.
Indeed, a report you can read, all our viewers can read in your magazine. Just before we leave you, tell us a little bit about your next issue on DR Congo's capital.
Yes, we are working right now on Kinshasa, because Kinshasa is vibrant culturally. Kinshasa, I think people have a lot of fantasies about that city. And yes, same thing. I'm working with some people who are living there, people like Nizar Saleh, film director, people like Priska Munkeni, which is she's a photographer and also a film director, with the Ifrika Kienge, and all of these people are experiencing the city as it really is. So for me, it was, it's only this. Same thing as Accra. Stopping, in a way, trying to stop the fantasies and to be in the concrete with everybody at the same level.
A realist vision of the city then. Thank you so much, Liz
Thank you
GOMIS,
for having
founder of Off2 magazine. The second issue is out in January. And thank you for watching Across Africa. Stay tuned for more news coming up right here on France 24.
Thank you.